edition.
Magandang umaga. I'm Irene Querubin and this is the Filipino edition live on Red FM 93.1. Today on the program, makakausap po natin si Gerphil Flores. She's a classical crossover singer based in the Philippines and now in Vancouver. She joined Asia's Got Talent and won third place in 2015. She was referred to as David Foster's Golden Girl. Alamin natin kung paano siya nahilig sa opera at classical music. Here's Gerphil Flores, Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in time, we met on timeless hills, and in the evening mist we kissed, and time stood still before the dawn. Your heart, just like the strength of wine that's left as two lips part, a taste of love will linger after. I know the meaning of all
Gerphil Flores, somewhere in time. She's a classical crossover singer from the Philippines. She is now in Vancouver. She's part German and part Filipino. She was born in Germany and later moved to Manila when she was 5. She was one of the finalists in Pilipinas Got Talent in 2010. Gerphil joined Asia's Got Talent in 2015 and won second runner-up. She was referred to by David Foster as his golden girl. David Foster is one of the judges in this competition. Gerphil graduated cum laude with a degree in music from the University of the Philippines just last year. She's currently enrolled at UBC to further deepen her understanding of the arts. And we have Gerphil Flores on the line. Gerphil, good morning and welcome to the Filipino edition.
Good morning, Miss Irene, and good morning to all our listeners.
Gerphil, ang ganda-ganda ng boses mo. So amazing, so powerful.
Thank you po.
So paano ka nagsimulang mahilig sa classical music?
I was born in Germany, and whenever my mom had free time, she would often bring me to different opera shows. And sa bahay naman po, she would play CDs of musical geniuses like Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, and Chopin. And maybe because she loves music, and especially classical music. So I was really exposed to this type of genre at an early age. So I think this influenced me as I was growing up.
Kaka-graduate mo lang last year sa UP Diliman, but then you were already joining nationwide competition in Asia even. Anong feeling na, you know, when you're at school, you're a student, you're Gerphil, and then here you are outside the school, you know, performing in such a large audience?
Well, it's a huge blessing for me that I get to perform po sa mga iba-ibang shows. I get to meet a lot of people. And I learn a lot of things. I get new experiences based from these shows. So it's a wonderful feeling. At the same time, challenging din po siya kasi I need to balance my schedule, my school, my other engagements, and then there's also different shows and concerts. So I think it's just a matter of proper time management.
You know what? Very amazing ka talaga. Because from a premier university like UP, and also, you know, in your performances, you managed to excel in both tremendously. Very impressive
so
talaga.
much.
And so now you are enrolled at UBC. How is student life in Vancouver at UBC? How are you liking it?
Well, it's very beautiful here in Vancouver, I would say. Sa UBC po, it has a wonderful atmosphere. Lalo na mahilig po ako sa nature. So there are a lot of trees. And I somehow like the weather.
Maulan.
Ngayon medyo maulan na and lumalamig na uli. So medyo namimiss ko na yung heat sa Manila.
Oo, especially winter na kasi ngayon.
Apo. But here in Vancouver, I really like it because it's culturally diverse. There are a lot of immigrants that come from different sides of the world, so talagang it's amazing.
That's true. At maraming Pinoy.
Yes, opo. Kahit saang sulok dito, dami talaga.
Anong program ang tinitake mo at UBC?
Right now, I'm taking a diploma in art history. It's a prerequisite before taking. It's like a preparatory course. Mm-hmm. For a master's degree in art history. So are you planning to pursue masterals after that? Yes.
I see. Before UP, meron ka bang formal training in music?
No, not really. I didn't have. I met up with some teachers before, vocal coaches, but I didn't have a full one-on-one training with them.
Kagabi, napanood ko yung Pilipinas Got Talent, right? Kung saan isa ka dun sa mga finalists na yon. So there were 3 judges there. Yung dalawa, si Ai de las Alas and Chris Aquino, voted for the other performer. Tapos, their parang conclusion with you was that sabi nila, sana daw yung piliin mong piece would be age appropriate, sana daw ay mas yung maa-appreciate ng audience. And then when it was you were asked to say something, sabi mo na, you know, this is my talent, classical music. And when I saw that, I was, you know, I have to commend you for that. Dahil talaga naman na you didn't give in, that you stood up for, you know, for your talent. And it's so true. Well, I want to ask you, what were you thinking at that time nung naririnig mo sina Ai de las Alas and Chris Aquino telling you about the pieces that you chose?
Right. I believe it's not their fault. Sa music industry kasi natin sa Philippines, mahirap talagang, aminin naman natin, mahirap talagang ma-showcase yung classical music. And not just classical music, even Broadway. So, I think they just mentioned that kasi syempre they're in the mass culture. So it's national TV. Most people who would watch ABS-CBN or other channels there would usually go for pop music. So I understand and I respect their the decision that time. But it's just that a lot of people who watched that segment in Pilipinas Got Talent got so upset. And I was actually surprised that it became an issue that time. But I believe it was a blessing in disguise because if I reached up to the final round in that competition, or if I placed third, second, or even first place, I probably wouldn't have joined Asia's Got Talent anymore.
I see. And they probably had the best intentions in saying that. Kumbaga, you know, that's how they know the industry that they're in.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, that's true.
So while in Asia's Got Talent naman, standing ovation yung mga judges and the audience after each of your performance, and you were called David Foster's Golden Girl. How did you feel about that? I know that he is one of your idols.
It was so surreal, really. I couldn't believe the whole journey that I had in Asia's Got Talent was unbelievably wonderful. It was like a dream come true for me. Yeah.
So when you're not on stage, how would you describe Gerphil?
Well, I'm very simple. When you see me on stage, I perform, but I'm wearing a gown and I'm all made up. But at home or when I'm not performing outside, I'm very simple. I don't wear makeup. I wear simple clothes, and I don't usually go to parties unless I'm invited to perform.
Yeah. Well, with your hectic schedule too, right? You need some time to rest and relax.
That's true, yes.
So, anong mga hobbies ni Gerphil?
I like reading. Well, I wouldn't say I like cooking. I like eating.
Yeah.
But I like reading, watching TV, watching different TV series like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
So now that you're here at UBC, I know you have a performance happening on this coming Saturday. But ano yung mga upcoming projects mo na naka-line up for you?
So right now, I'm currently preparing for an album. I think it will be out by next year.
Well, we are looking forward to that. You know, when we hear your voice, we want more.
Thank you.
And so you have this performance, this concert coming up this coming Saturday, November 25th. Tell us about that.
Right. So this coming 25th of November, I'm doing Un Ballo in Maschera. It's an opera by Verdi. It's actually based on a true story. It's about the assassination of King Gustav III of Sweden in 1792. He was actually killed at a masked ball in an opera house in Stockholm. And here, in our version, they slightly twisted the story. There's an additional fictional element. So there is a love triangle. King Gustav falls in love with his best friend's wife, Amelia. And Amelia also falls in love with the king. And so Renato, who's the king's best friend, at first is clueless about the love affair, but then eventually finds out the truth. And that's where the conflict of their friendship begins. So it's a wonderful opera. It has a beautiful arias in it, wonderful music, really. So I would recommend that they come and see the show. And also I'm doing a breeches role here. It's a pants role. So pants role is when an actress is wearing a man's clothing and acting as if she's a male.
Very interesting. I'm sure it's going to be great. Please invite our listeners to come to this show on Saturday.
Yes, so I'm inviting everyone to come and watch our show, Un Balo en Mascara, November 25, 7:30 p.m. at the Marpole United Church. So they can buy tickets at brownpapertickets.com.
And if they want the details, that is also on our Facebook page. Just look for the Filipino edition. All the details, where to, what time. It starts at 7:30, right?
Yes, 7:30 p.m.
Yes, and the tickets, how much are they, Gerphil?
So tickets are 28 Canadian dollars for general admission, and then there's 24 for students and seniors. And then if you're going to buy groups of 4, then it's going to be $18 each.
Right. And again, for those who are interested, you want more details about that, where, what time, a description of the show, it's all on our Facebook page, the Filipino edition. Gerphil, maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat din po, Miss Irene, for featuring me in your program
Of
today.
course, and please continue sharing your amazing voice and talent with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was 27-year-old soprano Gerphil Flores, also dubbed as David Foster's Golden Girl for her outstanding performances on Asia's Got Talent. She won second runner-up in that competition in 2015. Here's Gerphil Flores with Because We Believe.
Guarda fuori già mattina, questo è un giorno che ricorderai. Alzati in fretta e vai, c'è chi crede in te, non ti arrendere. Once in every life there comes a time we walk out all alone and into the light. The moment won't last, but then we remember it again when we close our eyes. Like stars across the sky, e per vincere tu dovrai vincere. We were born to shine, all of us here, because we believe. Guarda avanti, non voltarti mai, accarezza con i sogni tuoi le tue speranze, poi verso il giorno che verrà c'è un traguardo là. Like stars